Welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as fascinating as it is important. The 7 deadly sins. These sins, also known as capital vices or cardinal sins, have been central to Christian ethics for centuries. They are seen as the root of other sins and immoral behavior. So, let's explore these 7 deadly sins, their implications, and what the Bible has to say about them. First on our list is lust. Lust is an intense, uncontrolled desire, often for sexual pleasure, but it can extend to a craving for money, power, or other material things. The Bible warns us about the dangers of lust. In Matthew 5 verse 28, Jesus says, "But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart." This verse highlights how even our thoughts can lead us to sin. Lust can consume our minds and hearts, leading us away from God's path. Next, we have gluttony. Gluttony is the overindulgence and overconsumption of food, drink, or wealth items to the point of waste. Proverbs 23 verses 20 to 21 advises, "Be not among winebibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." Gluttony affects our physical health and spiritual well-being, distracting us from our responsibilities and our relationship with God. The third sin is greed or avarice, which is the excessive desire for material wealth or gain, ignoring the spiritual realm. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10 tells us, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." Greed can lead us to compromise our values and integrity in the pursuit of wealth, causing harm to ourselves and others. The fourth sin is sloth, often referred to as laziness or the failure to act and utilize one's talents. Proverbs 19 verse 15 states, "Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger." Sloth hinders our productivity and growth, both spiritually and in our daily lives. It prevents us from fulfilling our potential and contributing to the world around us. The fifth sin is wrath, which is intense anger and hatred towards another person. This sin can lead to violence, revenge, and a breakdown of relationships. Ephesians 4 verse 31 instructs, "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice." Wrath can cloud our judgment and lead us to actions that are harmful to others and ourselves. It's a destructive force that undermines the peace and love that God wants for us. Next is envy, which is jealousy towards the traits or possessions of someone else. Envy often leads to resentment and bitterness. James 3 verse 16 warns, "For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work." Envy can poison our hearts and minds, making it difficult to find contentment and joy in our own lives. It drives a wedge between us and others, leading to strife and division. Finally, we come to pride, considered the deadliest of all sins and the root of the others. Pride is an excessive belief in one's own abilities, interfering with the individual's recognition of the grace of God. Proverbs 16 verse 18 states, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." Pride leads us to overestimate our capabilities and underestimate our need for God. It can isolate us from others and make us blind to our own faults. In conclusion, the 7 deadly sins are more than just a list of vices. They represent attitudes and behaviors that can lead us away from a righteous and fulfilling life. The Bible provides guidance on recognizing and overcoming these sins, helping us to stay on a path that is pleasing to God. By being aware of these sins and striving to avoid them, we can grow spiritually and lead lives that reflect God's love and grace. Thank you for watching.